Good morning, winners! Welcome to Terry's Tips. Guys, today I'm going to help you get some money for your business. Get a notebook, get a pen, because we're going to talk about 5 EIN-Only Business Credit Cards, guys, specifically for startups and young companies, guys. These are all through credit unions. And I'm going to explain why I'm outlining these credit union credit cards, guys. And this is where I'm also going to add startups, young companies, but also established companies that have not built business credit or have not been leveraging business credit, guys. There's something in here for everybody. So in the video, I'm actually going to give you the 5 credit unions, but I'm also going to give you the requirements and some of the tips to get approved and explain some of the terms, because you need them both for it to actually equal some money for you. Okay, guys? So make sure you watch all the way through it to the end. And for my new people, welcome, y'all. Guys, my name is Terry. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur. I'm a mother. I'm a YouTuber. I'm an investor. But more importantly, personal and business credit guru, guys. This channel is focused specifically on leveraging your personal and business credit to build wealth. So if you're looking to build some legacy for your family, make sure you subscribe. I upload brand new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And guys, I'll do my nuggets at the end. So first, let me just say this about the credit unions, guys. You should be utilizing credit unions. So let me go through all the requirements and everything. I'll give you the credit unions, okay? So you should be using credit unions. I always tell people I have 3 banks. I always keep 3 banks. 3 banks are a great big, national bank, right? One of the well-known, very big ones, right? I always keep like a mid-size or a regional bank, guys. This is a nugget. You should be writing this down. 3 banks. A regional bank or like a mid-sized bank, and then a credit union, because you use them at different times for different things. Credit unions historically always have what? Better rates, right? So when you get your foot in your door for business credit, that can also help if you need to do, cash out refinances or refinance your card, or even like sometimes consolidate your student loans. You would be surprised, guys. So these credit unions I'm going to outline have very liberal requirements where many people across the USA can actually qualify. Now, guys, you will hear this term. This is another nugget. MPR. Write that down. It stands for multiple product relationships. Okay, there's all these terms people throw around, and I want you guys to know what they are. That way, when you're having these conversations, you don't get thrown off. Okay, I got you covered. So, multiple product relationships. All that means, and I talk about it, guys, and it's going to help you, especially if you're a startup or a young company or don't have business credit, because you are high risk to lenders when you have no business credit or you are new. Okay, so the multiple product relationships, all that means is that if you have multiple business products or business relationships with that lender, you're more likely to get approved, and they will lower some of the requirements. So if you're going to go get a business credit card, guys, from some of these companies, you want to have a personal checking, personal savings, business checking, business savings. Check out their, their CDs, their money market accounts, and all of those things, guys, because that's going to help you get approved. And when I tell you the credit score requirements, you'll understand why. So this is a nugget. Another tip for you guys is if you currently have a credit union, right? I'm going to outline top 5 ones, right? But if you currently have a credit union and you're not utilizing for business credit, guys, have that conversation. You're underutilizing them. Make an appointment with your business banker at your credit union and say, hey, I'm a business owner also. I want to know what the requirements are, where you're checking in savings. How can I transition? Because you may be able to also get some business credit through your actual credit union right now, okay? Another tip, guys, you need this to qualify for these cards, is they'll have something, especially as a new business or a young business, they'll have something called actual revenue and estimated revenue. This is important because since many of you guys are new, your business may not be cash flowing yet. I get it. I got you. So guys, if you have a new business and you are not cash flowing yet, you can actually do something called estimated, right, revenue. What that means is you need a business plan. Step number 1 is a business plan, and step number 2 is your projected revenue for 12 months. So you're either going to have actual revenue, how much money your business has actually made so far, or you're going to have estimated revenue. Do not think that because you don't have any money yet that you don't qualify. That frees somebody right there. Okay, and let me also outline that, guys, a startup. This is another nugget. You need this. A startup is a company traditionally that has been incorporated 6 months or under, okay? A young company is generally if you've been incorporated in business for 2 years and under. These credit unions specifically that I'm outlining in this video actually have cards geared towards startups and young companies. And like I said, also companies that have no business credit or haven't leveraged business credit before. Now, all of the cards I'm outlining. So I'm going to give you some of the requirements and then I'll tell you the 5 cards, okay, guys? Because you need to know what they're looking for, right? all of these credit unions have a minimum like kind of time in business between 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. So if you've been incorporated for 30 days, you're not going to qualify. If you're going to be incorporated for 60 days, you're not going to qualify. But if you've been incorporated at least 3 months for most of them, right? 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months for all of them. That's why they're geared towards young companies and startups. Now, revenue. All 5 of the credit unions I want to give you have, required revenue between 120 and 180. Guys, I'm giving you the buckets because the video would take like 10 million minutes, if I could have outlined every credit union, each card. So I'm giving you the buckets, and then what I will do is in the description, y'all know how I do, I'll put the links for all the credit unions, and you then go look at the credit union's website and do your research as far as which one is the best fit for you, for your needs, and also for you to qualify, right? So all of them, I'm telling you what I know. Don't even try to do it and you got 50,000 or 80,000. That's why I'm still giving you the minimum, like the outlining the approval criteria. So between 120 and like 150, 180 in revenue is what they're looking for actual revenue or for estimated revenue. Okay, guys? Another thing is all of them, guys, pay attention. All of them have between 1 and 4 cards. So write that down, between 1 and 4 cards. So it's going to vary. For you, guys, before you just go apply for all these items, determine what is most important to you. So let me explain. For all these credit cards, this is a nugget you need to know, that way you pick the right card to apply for. They're either going to have low interest rate cards, they're going to have rewards cards that are cash back, they're going to have rewards cards that are geared towards travel, they're going to have rewards cards that are geared towards points, they even have cards that are geared towards balance transfers. So look at your situation with your business and personal, and then find out what is the most important to you. Do you travel a lot and you want a card that's geared toward travel, or do you need a low interest rate because you're trying to get out of debt? So pay attention to the cards and then what they're kind of geared towards, and apply for the card that fits your needs the best. Now, another thing, guys, is because these are credit unions, when you actually formally apply, guys, that's usually a hard inquiry. So be strategic about only applying for the cards that you actually want. But guess what, y'all? I'm outlining these 5 credit unions because the maximum credit limit on all 5 of these like credit union business cards are between $40,000 and $85,000, y'all. Yes, I picked some big ones for you guys. So this is where if you get a hard inquiry, but it results in a $50,000 business credit card for you, come on, somebody, that was worth it. That hard inquiry was worth it, because since it's on a credit card, you can use it for so many different things, right? So all of the cards outlining all the credit unions have business credit cards that the maximum limit is between $40,000, guys, and $85,000. Got it, y'all? Now, credit score requirements. All of them have a credit score requirement of like a 675 up into an 850. Write that down, okay? You can't get the credit unions and other requirements. You need both information, between a 675 and an 850. However, this is a nugget, somebody. If you have MPR with them, meaning if you have multiple product relationships, maybe you have a 600, a 650, but you have personal checking and you have a business checking and you apply for the card. Guess what? Magic. So I've actually done my research, and a lot of these credit unions will even go down to a 600 if you have a business relationship with them. Come on, somebody. So if you don't have the best credit, but you need some money, this is a workaround, right? Have multiple products with them and then apply for the business card. Another tip, guys, is when possible, and I mean it, and I mean it, and I mean it, especially for credit unions because they're all about relationships, right? When possible, I actually recommend going into the branch when you actually apply. Yes, y'all, it could be a little bit more of a tedious process, and obviously, that's going to have to be a local credit union, so one of these may be like local to you, but you get a better result when you actually kind of go in, sit with the business banker, do the application right there, explain a little bit about your business, about your revenue, about what you're trying to do. You'd be surprised how that right there gets you an approval, because you got your application into a physical person's hands who is now building a relationship. That was a nugget. Okay, guys? So now I'm going to outline the actual credit unions, because I actually gave you the terms, the credit score requirements, the revenue requirements, what these kind of cards have, to offer you guys. So the actual credit unions, and they're in no particular order. So I wrote them down so don't forget. Fairwinds Credit Union, guys, they're like really, really good, have really good rates. They have multiple cards. Bethpage Credit Union. So guess what? For this credit union, you only have to be a $5 share member. Guess what that means? That means having an account with them that at least has like $5 in it, and now you are quote unquote a member. That's why I outline these credit unions, guys, because they don't have very strict requirements. Real quick, when I say the word credit union, guys, just tradition, like I said, better relationships, they can overturn, denials for you guys, get a lot more things done, better rates. But when in doubt, if you qualify, right, there's 3 things you should do. Number 1, just go to their website, do your research, look at the member requirements, because there's always workarounds. Number 2, do like a Google search, because sometimes you can Google search some of the workarounds. How do I get into such and such credit union if I'm not employed at, XYZ? You'd be surprised how many blogs are out there, too many to list, that have all these, kind of backdoor ways to get into these credit unions. Or number 3, guys, pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I'm really interested in being a member of your credit union. I'm not sure if I qualify. Can you explain to me all of, the requirements to become a member, guys? This is your destiny, your legacy, your wealth building, your business. I need you to have some get up and go and be resourceful and make some of these phone calls. If it results in a $75,000 business credit card, it was worth it. Okay, guys? But Bethpage, $5 share member, and everybody can be a member. Yes, y'all. The next one is American Heritage Credit Union. So guys, that's local to this area. Hey guys, I'm from Philly. Where my Philly Johns at? Hey y'all. Right, so American Heritage is in this area. However, guys, you can be a member of American Heritage if you are also employed with one of their sponsored employers. And guess what? Their sponsor employers list has 150 companies on there, and most of them are major companies. That means you or somebody or your spouse or a family member is probably hands down an employee of one of these major companies. So you can go to American Heritage website and then look at the sponsor companies and see if you or anybody family member or friend, is employed with one of those companies. That's how you can actually get in. And they have multiple cards, guys, business credit union cards for startups and for young companies. And then also Teachers Federal Credit Union. And guess what? Even though it's Teachers Federal Credit Union, guys, you have to, don't let the name fool you, right? It actually does not have any professional requirements or any geographical requirements. They have some requirements you just have to meet, but it isn't like you have to be a teacher living in this state to actually be a member. It's almost open to everybody. That's why I'm including them. And then also America's Credit Union. So Fairwinds, Bethpage, American Heritage, America's, and Teachers. Those are 5 credit unions that offer EIN-Only business credit cards for startups and young companies. Depending on when you're watching this video, I'll go back and I'll add the links for those credit unions and their credit cards. And now you guys, the requirements, you have some tips for approval, and you know exactly where to go get your money. Now go get it done, okay, guys? And for my nugget, guys, what I want to say to you is you have to be flexible. Oh my gosh, sometimes we have a vision for how we want, our wealth building to go, how we want our relationship to go, how we want our investing to go, how we want our relationship with our kids to go, like all these things. And as soon as it doesn't kind of unravel how we want or in the time we want, we're like, oh, this is not for me, or we're discouraged. Guys, you have to be able to bob and weave, be pivot, be able to adjust and be flexible, because rarely does it ever uncover or unravel or kind of come into fruition the way that you actually thought. So yes, have a goal and have a plan to get there. But when things change, I need you to change. When the market changes, when your money changes, when your timelines change, when your needs change, when your personal growth changes, whatever it is, when factors that are related to your goal actually change. Don't change the goal, you change the avenue, the path, the plan to get there. But never lose sight of your goal, guys. Be flexible. Change your investing strategy if the market has changed. Change, what you're looking for in a relationship if your needs have changed. I need you to reevaluate what you're doing this for, right? And then be flexible if it doesn't look like what you thought. Doesn't mean it's not for you. It means that God has a better plan. Amen? All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and have a super amazing day on purpose.